So, with that, everybody, meet my guest, Michael Lebhar. Welcome to the show, Michael.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
So, as my listeners know, that we always cover the early life experiences of an entrepreneur towards the end of the show, spend a few minutes to get to know you better. But in your case, I'm especially curious because someone who starts building private label right after high school, there must be God knows how many different types of signs. So maybe our listeners will see those in their own kids or identify with it. So, yeah, but we'll have that discussion at the end. So everybody listening to the show, this is a show that you must follow minute by minute, mainly because Michael knows exactly what it takes to sell on Amazon. And at the same time, especially now, he knows the post aggregator acquisition era, you've got to have a diverse business. And the first thing that comes to mind is, of course, you can always start on your website, but launch on another marketplace. And that one obviously is Walmart. So this is the most common sense approach to scaling your operation, except that Walmart is a whole different marketplace. There's a whole different approach. And Michael and I will dissect this whole operation into what is the way to do this and where do you start? What are some significant milestones, things that you have to be ready for, and things like that. So that's the subject of our conversation today. And with that, Michael, give us the most important things to do this right.
Okay, awesome. So I'm going to give like the checklist of kind of items, and then we could dive into a little more details about them. But, as you said, Walmart's the main, if you're an experienced Amazon seller, you're a market, you understand how marketplaces work. And that's why, as long as you follow the details of that are specific to Walmart, you could be really successful on it, because in a lot of ways it operates similar to Amazon because it's also a marketplace, but there's a lot of nuances that are different about Walmart, and you're going to want to make sure you understand those. And it's the fastest growing marketplace, so it makes sense to as the next place to really put your effort there. And I always say they're the only real contender to Amazon. They have the money, they have the will to really compete at that level, and they're putting in the effort to do that, and they're moving really quickly and initiating new programs. So I would say is that some of people listening might have tried with Walmart before, some are just thinking about getting started. And I think it's just important to know there's a ton of opportunity on the platform. There's a lot of opportunities that could lead from selling on Walmart Marketplace, but it's very important to treat it with its own approach and its own guidelines and its own respect, so to say, so you could really be successful on the platform, because there's so much opportunity. And just, that's going to be the main thing. You're going to want to follow the key points of what's really important with Walmart. And it's going to go through from item setup to item setup, to how you structure your catalog, to how you optimize your listings, to how you get your listings indexed properly and ranked, to how you leverage advertising, how you leverage promotions, and how you scale that further into buyer relationships, which could grow into more opportunities. So those are like the main topics that we're going to go through and discuss, and how to address each of those.